Episode 5, May, negative, positive. Well, this one is definitely a bit of an interesting episode, so to speak.
Yes. I guess in our final thoughts of the previous episode, and what we might expect coming into episode 5, you kind of called it with hinting at the title.
Oh yeah, definitely. The title does kind of tell you what you need to know about this episode.
Yeah, particularly with those characters.
Yeah, like what I was hinting at in the previous episode was just kind of how they were kind of, how Sayori and Rika are opposites of each other.
Yeah.
And I knew that, again, the episode was going to focus heavily on them. I was thinking more like a 50-50 split, but again, it's more focused on Sayori, but Rika does play quite a bit of a role in it.
For sure. I guess, it was Rika's initial behaviors which got Sayori into that that situation, which I really like this one, particularly because I think something I hinted at in one of the previous episodes was like, we haven't seen a lot of negativity overall.
Oh yeah, definitely. And this has been kind of giving us just, I guess, that kind of making up for the lack of the negativity.
For sure. And yeah, the struggles, the power dynamics that you find in almost any creative collaborative project. I thought it was pretty good, and pretty accurate to an extent, which I thought was cool. Is with my knowledge not as extensively as yours, is this the first time that there's been, I guess, a collaborator outside of Japan?
I can't remember. I'd have to probably go dive through it again because there's so much information in that.
Yeah.
But it's funny how some of the more obscure information I know, but I think there would have been, but I'm not 100% sure.
Right. Because, that's another, I guess, thing following the theme of the show and the series, is that, the theme of connection and that sort of thing, and how the online world bringing those two people together, someone from Japan being able to work somewhat seamlessly with
I was going to say, although I guess music is a good way of kind of getting your thoughts across anyway.
Absolutely.
Because that's one of the media that can kind of move through language barriers quite well.
Definitely is.
Like I think the other really big one, which is body language.
Yeah, for sure. I think
which is kind of terrible because I'm not that great at reading body language.
Yeah. And I think I can't remember the stats on it, but there's something like 60% of all language is body language or something like that. Don't quote me, but yeah. So I guess back to language, with I think the one thing that they didn't do quite well was, or at least maybe this was part of the character or the character flaw of, or a character flaw of Laura, the American EDM producer that's featured in this episode.
Who I think is actually a real person, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I haven't confirmed it myself, but I got sources saying that it's like, a real person.
Right. I think the one thing that I didn't see, it kind of came across to me at least a little bit selfish that it didn't seem like she did any of her own research of like how to
bridge the gap.
Yeah, bridge the gap. It's sort of just, she seemed to just try and leave it up all to the music, where with Sayori, she was the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Which obviously, very comedic, which was a big feature of this episode as well.
Oh yeah, I think a lot of the comedy was heavily focused on Sayori.
Absolutely.
Although Rika definitely had a moment to shine with those books.
Yes. Oh yes. So yeah, that was something that I just felt was a little bit missed. from that particular character, I guess. Seemed very kind of one note of a character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got to say, I've kind of felt there was something missing, but I think just the hijinks that came from it was kind of made up for it. So I guess I kind of pushed it back to my mind and not really worried about it that much. Although we should move on to the performance.
Yes.
This is where I kind of got mixed feelings about the episode because it's like, yes, the animation's really good, but the song just didn't click.
Yeah, I agree. I think, the animation, again, was quite similar to the style they took with Rondo's performance, where I felt it was much more like a music video clip, which was cool. But when it comes to the song itself, I'm not as familiar with Mermaido as you are, but yeah, it was... I mean, the fact that the whole time the whole episode is about this, collaboration, two different cultures coming together, two different, type of people and that sort of thing. I would have thought there would be
more to it.
It seemed like the song itself seemed pretty straightforward. It was,
I think they played it a little too safe.
Yeah, it didn't feel as special as they were sort of making it out to be, I feel.
In terms of like where I'd rank it, like I had a song that came to my mind that would kind of fall in with, but actually I guess to show my knowledge of Mermaido, I'm going to actually even point out some of my favourite songs and just and the kind of style I like from them, which is High Tension BPM, I Will Never Die, and Holy Worry. I'll swap out Holy Worry for No No, although those two definitely tie for being like the best of the best when it comes to Mermaido.
Yeah, for sure.
All of them are on the VIP Lagoon album, so I guess I could be just biased, although that album slaps.
Oh, yeah.
Most of the first albums slap.
You're not wrong there.
God, it makes me feel old saying that. Because I was cringing visibly as I was saying that.
So how does this new song from Mermaido then rank in your top list?
I'd say
songs?
If it would probably get an honourable mention on my top list of Mermaido songs.
Yeah,
it's good, but it doesn't really hold a candle to the ones that I really like.
For sure.
I know there was one that I wasn't. Like I liked, but I wasn't a fan of, so similar feelings to it, but I would probably place that other one up a bit higher. I think it was either Killer Floor or For You.
Okay. It's been a while since I've listened to those ones. I do remember For You was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's neat.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to the bingo board.
Oh, yeah, well, you might as well tick off your favourite thing that you've been trying to tick off since episode 1, which is the beach scene.
Yes. So we finally got... It was a funny way of them putting in a beach scene as well.
Yeah, it's like very briefly on a bridge. I cannot deny it at this point. Because even when I saw that flashback, it's like, tick off the beach scene.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's kind of a bit anticlimactic, but...
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it wasn't exactly a fan service beach scene, but
the beach scene nonetheless.
Nonetheless, we finally ticked that one off. All right, and
you got the one that's actually got all the stuff marked off of it already.
Yeah, that's
the only one.
Beach scene, so we can tick that off.
I guess we should move on to final thoughts and then predictions for the next episode.
Absolutely.
Although my prediction for next episode is, there's going to be a lot more English.
Well, yeah.
Considering that Maho specifically states there's going to be a lot of English in the next episode.
Yes. So,
and that's all it tells you.
So that'll be interesting. I wonder if that's... I wonder what that's got to do with any hints.
Since I've already seen the episode, I'm not going to comment.
Okay. All right.
But I think my face tells you everything you need to know.
Interesting.
Because I am literally holding myself back from telling you the episode.
Right. Cool. I'm looking forward to it then.
All I'm going to say is it's going to be interesting.
I see.
Can we just put in some quotation marks in the editing?
Big quotation mark energy there. All right, cool. I guess with this one, because we are running a bit behind on schedule,
It's going to be, well, short.
a bit shorter. And as Briggsy just mentioned, he's already ahead of me in the game. So we might skip predictions on this one.
Well, there was not a lot to go with for the predictions.
There definitely wasn't a lot to go off of other than, just lots more English.
Yeah.
So,
although I think, again, just because of time, the next episode is also probably going to be of a similar length.
Yeah.
Not probably a bit longer.
Maybe a little bit longer.
Hopefully it comes out same week.
All right. Thanks for joining us on this one. Episode 5 of the D4DJ All Mix review series. Let us know your thoughts on episode 5. Actually, before we sign off, MVP for this episode.
Oh, and also, I guess we should also bring up the MVP for episode 4, which is Aoi.
Yeah. So,
no, Sabruk. Aoi's for Japan. So I guess you get both.
Yeah. Which I think was sort of our 1 and 2 pick anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Besides Ari, but Ari can't be picked, which is sad because she is a part of the game.
Oh, right.
Because both Scarlet Canary and Linux Ice are in the game, but also Call of Artemis is as well. So you should be able to vote for them, but you can't. I checked when voting for this episode.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Voting should begin soon for episode 6.
Yeah. So, episode 5, MVPs.
Sayori.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
I think so. I think, I mean, basically the whole focus was her on this episode.
Yeah. And if she doesn't, I'll be surprised.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Literally, like the second voting opened up, I chose Sayori. Not even a hint of hesitation where I hesitated with the last MVP, which...
Yeah.
Well, not last. I was pretty quick with Sabruk. I was thinking of the one beforehand, which I voted for Rinku.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But instead it was Kurumi.
Uh-huh.
They got it.
Yeah. But definitely this one, Sayori, for sure. And
I say hashtag justice for Rinku.
All right. So, let us know your MVP for episode 5, negative, positive, and your thoughts on the episode as well. What do you think of...
Yeah, leave them down below.
Yeah, leave them down below.
Did we plug our stuff?
Not yet. Down below in the comments section, let us know your thoughts on Mermaid's new song featured in this episode. And if you check out the description box, you can find links to all our social media accounts. Go and check them out. Give them a follow.
And if, you feel generous, you can support us on Patreon.
Absolutely.
Although I know they're supposed to be bringing out content on Patreon. We kind of fall behind that, but I know that there's definitely going to be a kind of exclusive content dropping soon.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not much, but hey, it's what you kind of get.
That's it. Exclusive content for the Patreon followers. Also the Discord as well.
We need to get... we're actually looking for someone who knows what they're doing with Discord servers.
Yeah.
Just get in touch with us somehow.
For sure. All right. And remember, give it a like, share the video, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, see yous.